For all the talk of Mahjong being an overwhelming genre on the Famicom, I don't seem to play a whole lot of them. Of course, I'm not really into the heyday of Mahjong games yet. There were only 2 released in 1989. But the pace is going to pick up, and while I may not get an absolute flood of Mahjong, this steady drip is going to continue. The full title of this one is Chugok Janchi Story Tonpuu, which, as a pretty loose translation, would be Chinese Gambler Story Quick Mahjong. Tonpuu refers to a style of one-on-one Mahjong where only 4 hands are played. And even though this game might be set at a Chinese Mahjong tournament, they're still playing Japanese-style Richi Mahjong. Mahjong is a set-building game played with tiles instead of cards, and Richi Mahjong has a set of very esoteric rules for when you can go out and how much each hand is worth. Natsume's game has you taking part in a tournament, and that is the sum total of the story. I didn't even skip through anything there. There's no randomization to the seeding of players. It's always the exact same progression. You actually play through multiple tournaments, and there's 15 rounds altogether. The only feature beyond playing Mahjong is a small options screen where you can tweak some settings and turn the music off and on. In-game, it's Mahjong. The graphics are a little cleaner than Nintendo's system seller from all the way back in 1983, but beyond that, it's really hard to tell the difference between them. But there are a few handy differences. When you're 1 tile away from a winning hand, you can hit select to see which tiles you need to draw. You also have this percentage meter. As that builds up, you become more likely to draw exactly what you need. It's a way that you can pull off those dramatic gambling moments without them actually relying on luck. This is something that you can turn off in the options menu. You activate this power by pressing up and hitting A. The interface is pretty clean. You press a direction on the D-pad if you want to draw from the opponent's discard pile. One cute touch in the interface is that when you draw a tile that fits your hand, the game will give you a little alert to make sure you know it. And that's really everything there is to Tonpuu. The story apparently becomes a bit goofy, which you'd expect since it's a Natsume game. And given how few rounds there are in the tournament, you can complete the entire game of Tonpuu in the same amount of time it would take you to play 1 round of another Mahjong game. There are several cheat codes. By default, there's no continue, but if you hold down B and press start, you'll continue the game from the last match you were having. Press down 8 times and you'll go to a stage select. There's also a music player if you hit left 3 times and then right 3 times at the title screen. This is a competently done Mahjong game, but competently done Mahjong games are a dime a dozen in Japan. It feels like Natsume was just going for the quick buck with this one, and there really isn't a reason to go back and revisit it.